Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing some basic autonomous and teleop movement through on-bot Java. So right now in the editor we have a advanced mechanical wheel robot that can theoretically move in all four directions. However, right now we're just going to get it to move forwards and backwards using set power for the motors. Now you can see the basic program set up with all of the initialization chunks here and here. Then you have the run mode, wait for start, and now immediately after the wait for start, we're going to set the power of all of the motors, so front left, front right, back right drive. We'll set all of them to 1, which is full speed ahead. Now, if we save this and we run it, we see something confusing. It's spinning instead of going straight forwards. Now, why is that? Well, it's because motors by default spin clockwise, which means that when the motors are flipped, because they're on both sides of the robot, they end up not actually spinning in the same direction when they're all set to 1. Now how you can change this is you can see that it was the left side of the robot that was causing the spin by moving backwards. So you just go front left, -1, back left, -1. And we save and run this. You can see the robot has now moved straight forwards. But an easier way to do this is instead of manually adjusting the values, we can go and paste this chunk of text. Retrieve. I wrote it before. This changes the default direction of the left side so that by default they have been reversed. Now this isn't necessary for the simpler programs, but it helps in the future programs where there's more complicated motor control modes that need to be dealt with. Now, this should have the exact same result. I hit run. You can see it goes straight forwards. Now this is basic autonomous mode movement. However, if we want to control this in a game, we would need to have these functions constantly updating so that we can control how the motors move in order to pilot the robot around. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a gamepad connected in this editor, which means that I can't fully simulate how we would drive the robot around. However, if we put these instructions inside here, well, let's actually delete them. Now we're going to have an if statement. If keyboard dot key pressed is, let's just say G, then we set the movement. Now if I've gotten everything correct, it shouldn't move until I hit G. And I hit G, and nothing happens. I do not think I programmed this correctly. Let me just quickly Control C. What you can do if you think you've made a mistake is you can switch to the blocks, find the block you want, plug it in to the code, you switch back, it automatically creates a version of the blocks that I had just switched to. It overwrites your Java file, so make sure to copy it first. Then you can see it's gamepad1.press key. This is the value that we want. Now if we also copy this, we can then delete everything, and then we paste our original program, and then we change what we wanted to the right value. You can press key 97, which is the same as G. It's just an ASCII value. Okay, now if we save and run, we see nothing happens, but when I hit G, still nothing happens, unfortunately. can see, actually, something did happen. If we reset and hit play, and hit G again, well, it did move forwards at one point. This editor isn't fully functional. This should be causing the robot to move forwards, but unfortunately, you can see here I accidentally edited the code. In the actual simulator, you would get an error message for that, but unfortunately, this simulator does not have error messages enabled. I would recommend not actually using this simulator. I'm just using it for demonstration purposes. The rough structure of the code is the important bit. If we just reset and run, we can see that nothing is happening for now until I hit G on my keyboard, and then you can see it moves forwards. So that's the basic control. Now in a real program, instead of setting the power to 1, we would be setting the power to the gamepad input, and we wouldn't have this if statement. Or if we had this if statement, we'd be pressing the A button on the controller, and that would be how we switch our motor powers. So there's certainly a lot more options, but that's the basics of both autonomous and teleop control. From there, we would move on to controlling the motors more individually and assigning values in order to pilot the robot around intelligently. Well, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.